Thank you very much for those kind remarks. And you've got one chance to invite him to do it instead of me, if you'd really like to, because that would be fine. I'm not going to accept, so I will press on. It's an enormous pleasure to be here, of course, to be in New Zealand again, and I see already around the room so many old friends. Coming here, I was reminded how much is going for New Zealand, a land of such outstanding beauty, and we have just come back from a week in the south, in Fjordland, and a land of such peacefulness. I'm sure you knew, but you might not, that New Zealand ranks third in the world in the Global Peace Index. You knew that. You're probably proud of it. After Iceland and Denmark. And third in the world is a very stunning position for any country to hold. New Zealand is also a country well above the average in the OECD Social Justice League. You knew that? Not so many people know that. 3 above the UK and 9 above Australia. I think that will please you. And can I just check, is that young man who's filming me intending to put this on YouTube? That's what I feared, right? I'll be careful what I say. So it's a pleasure to be in a country which aims for social justice and peace. And it's a pleasure to be giving the lecture at the AGM of the Robson Hannan Trust. A great honour to be associated with an organisation that takes its name from 2 such distinguished New Zealanders. And an organisation that has such a clear set of values and aims, beautifully articulated in accordance with human rights, social justice, and living in a cohesive, caring society. So New Zealand is very fortunate that this trust exists and can fill a room with a mix of people ranging from the very old, like myself and Kim, to the very young. I'm going to start by doing something a bit unusual. It's not usual to dedicate talks. It's usually books that are dedicated. But I'm going to dedicate tonight's talk to 2 people. The first is a person called Isadora. You will have no idea who she is, and you won't know until you've listened to me for about 23 more minutes. And then her identity will emerge. The other person I want to dedicate this talk to is Kim Workman. I have followed his activities from afar, usually, for quite a few years. One can only admire him wholeheartedly. What he does so dispassionately and so determinedly, and what a difference it makes. It's making a difference to the debate in New Zealand. His message is being heard, and his methods seem to work. And he deserves many honours. Unfortunately, he's not going to become a peer, which he would have done in somewhere else, because you don't have peers, and that you're probably the better for it. But I can assure you that if he were where I come from, he'd have been on the list by the Queen to become Lord Work. And that's what I think we should call him from now on. I'm very grateful that I've been allowed to visit you all every few years, and grateful is a word I'm going to use quite a lot this evening. I'm grateful for the life I've had in penal reform. I'm grateful that I've been here more than once. I was asked to reflect on my experiences during